All right, happy Saturday, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. All right, we got 15-game MLB slate. We're going to talk about every game, as always, and then I'm going to give you my 4 best bets. But before we can do that, we got to recap yesterday. Midday, basically broke even. Thank God for the Phillies. What a savior. We had Red Sox money line. Didn't pan out. Let's see, Crochet gave up 2 solo shots in the first inning, and then left it was a bad read, I guess. Red Sox blew it in the ninth. I wouldn't say blew it. It was 2-1. And then the bullpen came in, gave up a couple of runs. Boston scored in the bottom of the ninth. Final score 4-2. So bad read. We'll call it that. Twins and Brewers nerfy. Chad Patrick, you suck. Had an opportunity to get out of this and hit it for us, but he couldn't. Gave up 2 runs. Phillies team total over 3.5 and Ranger Suarez to get 5 Ks. Cash for us at -105. Phillies team total over 4.5. Cash for us at -130. Kyle Schwarber to get an RBI. Cash for us at +135. So we hit all the Phillies props we had. And then we had the Nats first 5. This one really ticked me off. But we got lucky. I mean, really shouldn't have been in it. Orioles had 10 hits in the first 5 innings. They had a ridiculous amount of runners left on base. All told, they should not have lost that game. The fact that the Orioles lost that game with like 15 hits and 15 runners left on base is insane. But of course, the Nats tied it up in the 6th because that's how first 5s work. So we ended up losing that one 2-1 on the first 5 total. So 3-3 day. But let's get into this slate, talk about every game, and then give you guys the best bets. Make sure you guys join the Discord. Link is down below. It's absolutely free. I post a lot of stuff in there, a lot of good information. If you bet on baseball, you should be in there. There's really good info I post. I do post my model projections, pitching projections, things like that. It's all completely free. Like I said, link is down below in the description. First game, Mets and the Yankees. Yankees threw a little beat down on the Metis yesterday. Griffin Canning going up against Clark Schmidt. Schmidt is better at home. On the season, he's 1-1 with a 2.22 opponent average, 4.73 ERA, but he's got a 3.24 ERA and 3 starts at home this season. Griffin Canning, 5-1, having a great season, 2.34 opponent average, 2.36 ERA. And ERA does go up just slightly on the road. In 4 away starts, he's giving up a 3 ERA. Good splits to lefties and righties. Definitely weaker against lefties. 263 to lefties, but 159 to righties. Hard hit percentage is a little high for me, given the wind today and the weather. It's going to be 77 degrees with high humidity and low pressure and a 14-mile-an-hour wind blowing out to left center. It's a hitter's day. Home runs are going to be up 33%. Runs are going to be up 8%. On the other side with Clark Schmidt, kind of the same thing. They're both a little weak against lefties, pretty good against righties. Clark Schmidt's hard hit percentage is significantly lower. He is giving up a decent amount of soft contact. So he's getting nice, good soft contact here with his off-speed pitches. Mets do not hit the curveball well, which he throws about 23% of the time. But other than that, man, these pitch splits look like runs, and runs today. Really wanted to take the over 9.5, but I didn't pull the trigger on it. I would lean towards the Yankees today. It's just a system play to me. Anytime the wind's blowing out like this, Yankees just have more power. But man, I think this is going to end up being an absolute slugfest. If we look over, the course of the season with these players, their average WRC plus for both teams is 120. So it just should equal runs, man. There's some guys like Judge is on fire. Over the last 2 weeks, he's got 5 home runs and 56 plate appearances. So he's averaging about 9% home run rate. That's over the last 12 games. Got a WRC plus of 229 and an average of 375. Bellinger's been on a tear. Grisham's been on a tear. So it just makes me want to lean Yankees. I mean, on the Met side, Lindor's, over the last 2 weeks, he's playing well. A lot of home runs, though, with this Yankees team, man. Last 2 weeks, they've hit 22 home runs. That's absolutely insane. 22 home runs in 58 plate appearances. So that is freaking ludicrous amount. Makes me want to lean towards the Yankees here. All right, next game is going to be the White Sox and the Cubs. Battle for Chicago. Wasn't much of a battle yesterday. Probably not going to be much of a battle today. Sean Burke on the bump for the White Sox, 2-4 with a 4.15 ERA. ERA does go down a little bit on the road. It's 3.66 in 4 away starts. Matthew Boyd, 3-2 on the year, 2.78 ERA, but he is giving up a 2.64 opponent average. ERA dips slightly at home, 3 home starts, 2.50 ERA. I just don't love his split series, giving up a 2.63 average to lefties and a 3.14 average to righties. Burke, not bad splits, 2.38 to lefties, 1.89 to righties. Hard hit percentage is okay. It's not amazing, but it's not terrible. I mean, can I get behind a White Sox team today? No. It's going to be 63 degrees, and we're going to have a 16-mile-an-hour wind blowing out to right field, mid-humidity and low pressure. So pretty good for carry. Home runs are going to be up about 15%, runs up about 2. I don't know how you don't back PCA today. This is one that almost made the card, but God, he had 6 RBIs yesterday. It was frustrating for me. Personally, I had Kyle Tucker to get a ribby yesterday, and PCA just kept gobbling up every RBI opportunity. He had 6 yesterday. So every time there was runners on base, PCA would knock them in. Tucker kept coming up with nobody on and it laced a triple, got a double. That was very frustrating personally. But I wouldn't mind going back to Kyle Tucker to get an RBI today. So I think that could be a decent prop. I'm going to look at that again and just make sure I like it. But Dansby Swanson's been on a tear over the last 2 weeks. He's actually leading the team in average, hitting 350. PCA is hitting 311 with 4 home runs. The only thing that scares me about Kyle Tucker is average hasn't really been great over the last 2 weeks. And this is something I didn't look at until after I'd placed the bet. But he's only hitting 217 over the past 2 weeks, but he does have 2 home runs. So a little bit nervous to back that play. So might go to Swanson or just take PCA to get a ribby. He's just been on a freaking tear. On the White Sox side, Vargas has 3 home runs. Vaughn has 2. They have an average WRC plus of 49. So not a team I can get behind. So it'd be White Sox on the run line or nothing for me. The next game is going to be the Tigers and the Blue Jays. Eric Lauer, I believe, is going to be pitching for the Blue Jays. He's a lefty. He's only pitched in, he doesn't have a lot of innings under his belt. He's only got 9 innings under his belt. Does have 9 Ks, so he's averaging a K an inning. But he's only got 3 games under his belt, and he's only averaging 3 outs or 3 innings per outing. And if we look at this Tigers team, they got Reese Olson on the bump, 4-3 with a 3.38 ERA. That average does go up on the road. It goes up to 4.87 in 4 away starts. But man, his splits have been really good. My only concern, he's doing great against lefties. He's giving up a sub 100 average to lefties. There's not a lot of lefties in this Blue Jays lineup. And against righties, he's given up a 250 average. His hard hit percentage is fairly high. That makes me a little nervous. Doing a good job of runners in scoring position, giving up a 189 average. This Tigers team's hot with the sticks. Blue Jays are still fairly hot with the sticks. Over the last 2 weeks, they're still hitting almost 300. Tigers are hitting 302 against lefties. So it's one of those, I'm not going to not back the Tigers here. I'm kind of hoping we get some line movement like yesterday where it comes back. I was on the Tigers yesterday, and it ended up coming back to us. So that was kind of nice. In addition to the 3-leg parlay we had, which Padres and the Rangers lost. So that's why I hate doing 3-leg parlays. But after a win this season, Tigers definitely have that momentum factor. They're 20-9 on the season after a win, 8-3 as away favorites on the season. They've won 4 straight. They're 8-2 in their last 10. No reason here to not back them. I do have the Tigers winning this fairly convincingly. Don't mind the over either. I do think the Blue Jays should be able to get to Reese Olson. All right, next game is going to be the Rays and the Marlins. It's going to be Drew Rasmussen going up against Sandy Alcantara. Alcantara at home this season is rocking a 5.47 ERA in 5 starts. Rasmussen definitely gets worse on the road. He's been solid, 3.38 ERA, but he's only 1-4. But he does have a 4.50 ERA in 2 away starts. Now, he also faced some really good teams, so you can't look into that too much. Going up against this Marlins team, give me the Rays on the first 5. I don't know if I want to trust them full game. I trust Drew Rasmussen. and Sandy Alcantara to give up runs and walks. Alcantara only striking out 18.5% of the batters he faces, and he's walking 12.5%. So he's got an insanely high walk rate. I do like this spot. So give me the Rays on the first 5 as one of our official plays today. All right, next game is going to be the Pirates and the Phillies. Love this spot. 79 degrees, 12-mile-an-hour wind blowing out to right field. Home runs up 39%, runs up 16%. Carmen Mlodzinski's been pitching pretty well, actually. Got to give him some props. His last 2 starts have been really good, but he's going up against Zach Wheeler today. Zach Wheeler, 4-1, 200 opponent average, 295 ERA, and that number goes down at home. 2.18 ERA at home in 3 starts. Mlodzinski's ERA goes up quite a bit on the road. He's got a 5.20 ERA, but it jumps to 6.62 in 4 away starts. Numbers look terrible. Hard hit percentage through the roof, exit velo high, gives up too much hard contact, too much medium contact, doesn't get a lot of soft contact, giving up an opponent average of 300 with runners in scoring position. So give me the Phillies on the run line. But we're going to take this in a modified fashion. Don't mind the run line either. But we're going to take Phillies -1 and Zach Wheeler to get 7 strikeouts. You can bump this up. If you want to get juicy with it, you can take Wheeler to get 8 and the run line. That'll get you some pretty damn decent value. You'll get probably close to +200. But we're going to play it a little safe, take the +100 value. Phillies -1, Wheeler 7 Ks. You should be able to just go to town on this Pirates team. So like this spot here for a Pirates team that's struggling at the plate and struggling to not strike out. So we're going to go with that play. Next one's going to be the Guardians. And the Reds going to be Slade Sassoni going up against Brent Sutter. I feel like we skipped a game. You know what? Let's go back. We did. I feel like we missed one. Nats and the Orioles. Let's jump back to that. That's my bad. All right, Nats and the Orioles, 86 degrees, low humidity, low pressure, 12-mile-an-hour wind blowing out to right field. Runs are going to be up about 16%, hence why we see the over-under of 10. And pair that with 2 pitchers who haven't been outstanding this season. Jake Irvin's 2-1. With a 4 ERA, but only giving up a 233 opponent average, going up against Kyle Gibson, who has an ERA of 12,697. Realistically, it's actually 13.11, but it feels like 13,000. Giving up an opponent average of 400. He's 0-2 on the season. At home, he has a 14.09 ERA in 2 starts. Jake Irvin, a little bit better on the road than he is at home. 3.91 ERA in 4 away starts. I'm not real sure why the Nats are +136. It's again, this bullpen scares the crap out of me, but this O's bullpen's not much better. I would lean Nats in this one. I can't get behind Kyle Gibson at this price. This is just stupid. -162 on DraftKings. That's not going to happen. I would lean towards the over here. The only way, when I run through this game in my mind, the only way the Orioles win is if they just outbash the Nationals here, which means the over should be the play. So it's over or nothing for me in this one. I'm just not sure I actually end up touching this game, or a Nats team total over, something like that. All right, so let's get back on track here. So we are on Cleveland and the Reds. Brent Suter going up against Slade Sassoni. Slade, last time he pitched, he was a D-back, I believe. I could be wrong on that one, but love fading me some Slade Sassoni. He throws a lot of pitches that the Reds love. So going up against Brent Sutter, so this is going to be a bullpen day for the Reds as Hunter Green is still working his way back. Did do some mound work yesterday. Supposed to throw a simulated game tomorrow and then could be brought back into the rotation. But they're going to have to staff this game. But Reds bullpen's not been bad. 3.50 ERA. It's a top 10 bullpen. FIP is pretty damn high. Expected FIP's pretty high. And they're not K'ing a lot. So I like the over in this one. Give me the over 9.5. It's going to be a beautiful day for baseball here. And we've got a 12-mile-an-hour wind blowing out to left center, 70 degrees with mid-humidity and low pressure. So home runs are going to be up about 35%, which is a bit scary. The only thing that scares me about taking the over is on these bullpen days, right? They're not getting to see the same guy from multiple ABs. So you're seeing a new pitcher pretty much every time around. So that typically lends to lower scores. So I would lean the Reds on the money line at plus 105 as well. But I feel like I want to take the over. Taking the over has not been good if you're betting on the Reds. They're under in 59% of their games, under in a decent amount of their home games as well. But Cleveland's 53% to the over. So it's Reds or the over for me in this one. Next game is going to be the Astros and the Rangers. Pretty good pitching matchup with Ronel Blanco and Tyler Mahle. Mahle 4-1 with a 179 opponent average, going up against Blanco, who is 3-3 with a 205 opponent average. If we look at Blanco on the road, it gets significantly worse with that ERA. He's got a 4.04 ERA, but on the road it's 7.11. He had some early blow-up starts. I know the Cardinals got to him hard and fast, but the teams that have been able to get to him have good offenses. Texas does not. This is a team, we saw it yesterday. I was on Texas first five, and I had a couple slips with them, got the job done, and then the bullpen just absolutely blew it in the eighth. It was ridiculous. But Mahle is giving up a 192 average relative to scoring position. Blanco's 233. Like the splits for both of these guys, the pitching splits are actually better for Blanco than Mahle. Blanco's only given up a 162 average to lefties, 154 to righties. Mahle 176 to lefties, 250 to righties. I think the wrong team's favored here, but I do like the under. So first five under 4.5, team game total under 8, and then I would lean Astros. So that's the three ways I would play that game if I were to play it. But I don't mind that first five under 4.5. That feels pretty big for a Rangers team that offensively just doesn't do much. All right, next game. Cardinals and the Royals. Cardinals continuing that winning streak, man. They have been, they look good lately. They are just on a tear, 9-1 over their last 10. I won't say winning streaks. They've won 2 in a row now, but they look really good. Miles Mikolas on the bump today. Not a guy I can get behind. Can't get behind Miles on the road. That just can't happen. He's got a 4.13 ERA, probably going up against Noah Cameron, who's a lefty. But this Cardinals team's been able to hit lefties. So, I don't know which way to go. This is a fade spot for me. You got a 75-degree weather, mid-humidity, low pressure, and 6-mile-an-hour wind blowing in from basically left center. So I think do you back a team that's 9-1 or a team that's lost 3 in a row? I would go Cardinals, but man, I just can't put my money behind Miles Mikolas. So that's where I'm at with that one. Braves and the Red Sox. At Fenway today, it's going to be 63 degrees with high humidity and low pressure. So really good for carry. And we've got an 8-mile-an-hour wind blowing out to left center. If it were about 10 degrees warmer, this over-under would probably be 10, 10.5. Grant Holmes going up against Lucas Giolito. Not sure I can get behind Giolito, man. He's a righty. I'm so torn on this one. I can't get behind the Braves offense because I don't know what I'm going to get. Very similar to kind of the Reds sometimes, but Holmes has looked good, but on the road he has not looked good. He's got a 6.38 ERA in 4 away starts. Giolito doesn't look great at home. He's got 1 start under his belt, and he's got a 15 ERA. So it's over or nothing for me in this one. Red Sox still have a trash bullpen. I don't trust the Braves bullpen either. Offensively, I just don't trust them. So that's my only concern, taking the over. Next one, Twins and the Brewers. I really thought the Brewers were going to win. I didn't think the Twins were going to be able to do anything offensively, and for the most part, they didn't. They got to him pretty early, and then they stalled. But Pablo Lopez going up against Tobias Myers. Myers has a 3.86 ERA on the season, but at home in 2 games, 1.42. Pablo Lopez on the road has been outstanding this season, sub-2 ERA in 4 away games. Splits to lefties and righties look good. No reason not to take the Twins here at minus 115. We've seen the Brewers when they just offensively have just been so bad over the last couple of weeks. I thought maybe coming home would kind of spark that offense. It did not. So it's Twins or nothing for me in this spot, backing Pablo Lopez. Let's see. Next game is going to be the Rockies and the Dbacks. Zach Gallen going up against Germain Marquez. Okay. My bet in this one is the Diamondbacks scored a crap ton of runs and the Rockies scored less. So we are going to take Zach Gallen to record a win at minus 115. Feels ridiculously low. Diamondbacks have been on a tear over the last 2 weeks. They have a team WRC plus of 124 versus the Rockies 51. I am projecting this to be I think the over 9's probably in play. I think the Rockies can get 3, maybe 4. And the Diamondbacks should be able to get 6. So I looked at Dbacks team total over 5.5. That looks pretty appealing. But ultimately just decided to go with Zach Gallen to record a win. He goes deep into ball games. He's averaging 5.7 innings per start at home. That actually goes up a little bit. So he's going to go into the 6th, probably the 7th inning. And they should have the lead at that point. So Zach Gallen to get a win. It's going to be 88 degrees with low humidity. It's like none. Low pressure and a 20-mile-an-hour wind blowing out to right field. A little scary because Gallen does give up a decent amount of fly balls, but you go pound for pound with this team. They should be able to just blast them. So D-backs team's been pretty hot offensively this season, scoring 5.11 runs per game. At home as a favorite this season, they're 10-9. Rockies on the road as dogs are 2-21. Rockies have lost 4 straight, 1-9 their last 10. So Jermaine Marquez doesn't invigorate me to want to take this Rockies team. Athletics and the Giants. Wilmer Flores had a day yesterday. Have a day, son. He went off. He popped off for like 7-8 ribbies. It was insane. Blasted him yesterday. So going up against Luis Severino today, Landon Roop on the mound for the Giants. I don't know if I can get behind Landon Roop. Severino's the better pitcher in this one. I don't think you can make any argument to the contrary. Roop 4.95 ERA. At home, it is better, but Severino on the road's been lights out. He's got a sub-1 ERA and 3 away starts. Don't love his splits, though. They're actually very similar to Roop, but both giving up 295 averages to lefties, giving up a 241 average to righties. Roop's 281. Strikeout rate is a little bit better for Roop here against righties. Neither one of them can strike a lefty out, though. So that is a little bit concerning there. I mean, I think you're getting a little bit of value to take the A's, but it would have to be a little juicier for me personally. It's going to be like, in terms of the weather, which wind-wise really doesn't do much here at Oracle Park. It's going to be like a 20-mile-an-hour wind blowing out to right center. So does that equate to much? No, because it's more weather-based than anything. Runs are still projected to be down. Home runs are still projected to be down just because of the temperature. It's going to be 52 degrees. But the over 8, I still think looks pretty damn juicy today. But Severino on the road's been pretty good. But I want to see throughout the day. I imagine this number goes the other way, and we start getting more value to take the A's. So if this gets to like plus 130 before game time, I think it's worth gambling on the A's. Bounce back factor, all that good stuff. So, but nothing I'm going to place right away. Last game on the card, Dodgers and the Angels. I got a feeling a ton of people were on the Dodgers yesterday. It's kind of like I said in the video yesterday, like I don't want to take a team that scored 19 runs to turn around and score a bunch the next day. It just typically doesn't work out well. Kind of 2 system plays I like. If a team goes nuts and scores double-digit runs, take them to go low the next day. If they get blanked by double digits, take them to score a bunch the next day. So it's kind of a zigzag effect that will work more often than not. Clayton Kershaw should be making his debut tonight. The old lefty, how will he do? So it'd be a lefty-on-lefty matchup going up against Tyler Anderson. Now, Anderson has been pretty good this season. On the road, he's only got 3 starts this year. He's got a 2.70 ERA. I think he should pitch okay against this team. And I don't know what we're going to get out of Clayton Kershaw. If we saw last year, his first couple of starts were not good. They were hitting him early and often, but the pitch splits for Anderson look, bad. They look bad. So Dodgers are top 7 in every single thing he throws, which basically he throws 3 pitches. Technically on paper he throws 5, but he is a fastball, cutter, changeup guy. And the Dodgers hit those extremely well. So no reason to, there's value taking the Angels at plus 200. Maybe on the first 5, just take Anderson, but I'm not going to touch this game personally. So that's where we're at with the games. Let's get the best bets, get you guys on your way. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Comment something down below. What's your favorite play today? Let me know. First play on the card is going to be the Rays first 5, just trusting Rasmussen over Alcantara. Alcantara's just been getting lit up like a pinball machine, so Rays should be able to get the job done here on the first 5. We're not taking the -0.5. That way we do kind of keep that push potential in there, but and then we're going to take the Phillies -1 and Zach Wheeler to get 7+ Ks. That's +100. Like I said, if you want more value and you want to get nuts, do Phillies run line, Wheeler to get 8 Ks. Like, you could play both, something like that. Zach Gallen to record a win at -115. And then Aaron Judge to get a ribby at +100. We're only going to do 0.8 units on that. So try not to go as high with the RBI prop sometimes, just given the matchup. The only thing that makes me not want to do a full unit on this is just the fact that Canning has been really good against righties. So it's my only fear here, but it's too good of a matchup for Judge with the wind blowing out and the home runs up. I mean, if he just spits on it, it's probably going out today. So like the spot. You could also look at taking Judge base props. You can get 2+ bases at -135. That's another one I like today, but I wanted a little bit more value. I wanted something closer to plus money. It's just a hit rate thing for me. I know a couple people have asked why do the plus money stuff. It's just hit rate, right? If I'm constantly doing, there's some channels on here that like to give out a bunch of -145, -160, -170 plays. You got to have a hell of a hit rate. If you're giving out -150 plays all the time, you got to hit at a really high hit rate to make some money. So I like going with the plus money. We can lower our hit rate, right? If we played all plus money and we went 2-2 on the day, we make money. So that's kind of how I look at it. But appreciate you guys tuning in. Tomorrow, Sunday, we'll probably do a video. I don't know how many plays I'll have, guys. I'll go pretty light. I've got an event tonight, so depending on how late I'm out, could potentially take Sunday off or Monday. I'm not sure, but yeah, stay tuned. Turn notifications on. That way you know when I do post a video, and I'll catch you in the next video.